guys, welcome to my channel. So today I let you in on what I do on a daily basis from 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. So my name is Karen. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. And I am a probation officer. I'm a civil servant, and my work is to provide advisory reports to the court regarding an offender. So I'm going to introduce you to five reports that we give to the court. Number one is called a PreBail Report. Now, someone is arrested, or maybe you are arrested, and you are taken to court. And because it is your constitutional right to be granted bail or bond, the court at times would want a report to see if you are suitable to be granted such. It will ask us as a probation department to write a report, and so in the report I'm looking at the environment, especially the community. Are they hostile? I'm looking at where does this person live? Does he have a fixed abode? Is he able to afford bail or bond that might be posted by the court depending on the offense that he or she has committed? So we provide court with that. In some instances we find that a person is not suitable to be granted bail or bond because probably the offense that he or she has committed, the community is still mad at him. You know, those people that when they are just released, they are probably stoned, or maybe mob justice is done to them. So in that instances, we can be able to advise the court to defer giving the person bail or bond. So that is just one report. Another report that we do, the most common one, is called a pre-sentence report. Now this type of report, the court wants to know, you've gone through the trial process, but the court wants to know what kind of a person you are. Because we do not live in a vacuum. So when a court asks for a pre-sentence report, I am looking for, when I write such a report, is what does this person do? Does he not only does he have a fixed abode, but is he or she a breadwinner of some sort? Will the family suffer loss if this person is incarcerated? So I'm also looking at the circumstances that made this person offend. So there are those people, maybe this is their first time offending, or maybe this person has previous convictions. So what really made them to offend, or maybe to commit the crime that they did? So my sources of information will include the area chief, area assistant chief, village elder, family, especially family, and yes, sometimes even the employer, or where he was working, the church. These are people that can be able to tell you more about this person, especially if if he or she is a first offender, like what really necessitated them to offend. Like someone like the area chief will tell me, oh, this is not the first time. You just ask for what kind of a person is he or she in the community. How does he relate with the people in the community? So some will say he's known mambo ya, bangi, or someone say, huyo ni kijana mzuri sana, he's never been caught in any trouble, I've never had to deal with any of his cases in my office. So that one gives us a glimpse of who this person is. And of course, if need be, you can even get information from the police, especially the investigating officer. So that is the report, and in this report you can recommend or disrecommend someone for custodial. So what this means is that there are a lot of ways someone can be sentenced by the courts in Kenya. You can be given a custodial sentence, you can be given a non-custodial sentence. This means that you are doing your sentence while outside in the community. You continue going to work, you continue living your life. If you're a student, you continue to go to school, but you have a sentence that you're serving. And then the other one is non-custodial, where we say this person probably cannot reform in the community, and you tell the court to sentence him otherwise. So that gives the court the liberty to jail him, or maybe fine him, or or both. No, not both, but yeah, you can be fined. Yes, you can be fined, or jailed, or warned, or dismissed. discharged, or your matter can be withdrawn, or things like that. Now, another report that the court asks from us is known as a victim impact assessment report. Now, in a victim impact assessment report, the court wants to know the victim's attitude. Let me just go back. In the pre-sentence report, we also have a part for the victim. I have to talk to a victim for my report to be complete, because the court wants to know what is the opinion, or what is the attitude, or what is the statement of the victim. And you find instances where the victim says they have already talked with the accused person, and this one makes even the work of the court easier if the victim would want to withdraw the matter. So there are instances where the accused person and the complainant can be able to talk, and these one are probably less serious offenses, or maybe offenses that involve family members. Now, let me go to the victim impact assessment report. Now, the court wants to know how has the victim been affected, and these ones are mainly in let me say serious crimes that have been committed against a person, and this may be touching on robbery with violence, or attempted robbery with violence, attempted murder, or which one? Sexual offenses, rape, defilement. This one the court would want to know at the time of sentencing. Before sentencing, they want to know how the victim has been impacted. Now, we all know that court deals with facts. Now, I come in as a probation officer. I'm to furnish the magistrate or the judge with information touching on social, maybe psychological, and which one, economic, health-wise effects that a victim has suffered. And these are probably cases, even some to do with causing death by dangerous driving. The court wants to know how has the family been affected. Are the children, or maybe the children, or maybe the wife or the husband, will their status changed because this person has been killed, or maybe this person has been raped, or maybe this person has been maimed, especially in grievous harm or offenses. So that's the report that we do. And in these reports, I find that actually just leave it to the court to decide on what to do with an individual. The other report that I do is which one is community service reports. Now, this one I find if there's a need in the community that needs labor, and for example, a local school is building a classroom, or maybe they're digging a pit latrine and they want labor. Government institutions, or maybe in the hospital, or even within the court, just any government institution. So I'm able to recommend someone to go and work there. So the other report that we do is called community service reports. Now, in these ones, we recommend an offender to work in a government institution for a period of time. It's offenders, you find them working in schools, they can work in hospitals, they can work in children's homes, they work in any government facility for free. It's called, they give 2 hours per day, depending on the sentence that they have been given. So, but every day is 2 hours. Another report that we do is called a social inquiry report. Now, in a social inquiry report, it's just all the others, probably a combination of pre-sentence report and just victim. The court wants to know more about this individual. They just want to know more. They don't want you to tell them what to do, but they just want to gather more information about this person. Is he or she a student? Where do they go to school? What kind of family do they have? Things like that. So that's what we do. Now, let me go back to the first one that I mentioned, a PreBail report, and what would make one not to be, what would make me maybe disrecommend or maybe find you unsuitable for a PreBail report. And probably you've had it maybe in the news, maybe someone has been given bail or bond. Now, the things that for me, what I want to capture in a bail or bond report is their suitability, first of all, to be able to afford bail or bond, and then I'm looking at is this person a flight risk, or do they have a fixed abode? Because for me, that speaks like this person is well known, like they live in this place, like he or she has neighbors that are known to them. Do they have a family? Now that is very key, because for me it rings like this person is a very responsible one, and if granted bail or bond by the court, they are not one to abscond. Like they won't run away, they won't leave their families. Like you won't leave your family and go and live somewhere else. You know, you're putting your family's life in jeopardy. So I'm looking at those three, like, are they a flight risk? So that means can they run away? Like, can they go and disappear and not honor the court dates? Another thing is I'm looking, do they have a family, a supportive family, or maybe just grounded? Like this person is known, this is their family. Yes, this and these responsibilities. He's paying school fees here. You know, it shows responsibility. And the third thing is, do they have a fixed abode? Like, yes, I don't know if I'm repeating myself. So that's what I'm looking for. So if those three match, I'm able to recommend a person for or against bail or bond. The same for a pre-sentence report. I'm looking at because if this person, now for a pre-sentence report, if this person is given whatever sentence, because for you to be sentenced to probation, it means that I will be with you for a period of, is it 6 or 3? My supervisor should not even hear me. 6 months to 3 years. That is the minimum or the maximum that you can be given probation sentence. So if this person is with me for that time, then I need to know that they will be honoring the dates now that I will be giving them. And what probation does, I think I should have mentioned this earlier, is that I work now with an offender. Apart from just providing advisory reports to the court, I work with an offender for the time that they have been put on probation, just so to see that they do not re-offend. We do counseling, we do guidance, we know a lot of things that we do depending on the crime that the person committed, so as to make sure that this person does not commit an offense again. What we reduce recidivism. They don't commit the offense again. That's it. And I don't know if I have any other that I have not. I think there's another one called alternative dispute resolution. Now, I don't want this video to be so long, but because I want to be able to do each and every report. I purpose to do that each and every report. I will schedule a time for it, and so that I can be able to share what I have learned for the period that I have been in this career, to learn with you. Because I remember when we were being inducted into the service, we were told that, you are a prospective offender. Like, I am a prospective offender. Not prospective. Is it potential or prospective? Something like that. Like, you can find yourself on the wrong side of the law, and you just need to know how it works. And I find that a lot of people do not know that they can even ask the court to give them a non-custodial sentence. When it comes to that time of, malilio, or maybe what would you want to tell the court before, handing you a sentence, you can actually do that. But we'll talk about that in depth in upcoming videos. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't bore you. This thing really just excites me. If you're doing what you love. I love working with people. I love meeting new challenges every day. I just like the way different people function differently, and I get the pleasure of working with people that have been especially considered offenders, and try and see how they can be able to integrate back into the community and live their life better. also looking or minding the rights of a victim. So thank you so much. I hope this video wasn't too much of here and there, but I look forward to doing more of this and just engaging with you. So if you are a probation officer, or if you're not a probation officer, let me ask this: have you ever heard about probation work in Kenya? And if you have, where did you hear it from? And if you're watching this this video from another country, how is probation work done in your country? Do you wear uniforms? Because I know there's some people who do. There's some countries where probation officers wear uniforms. Do you do that? How different is yours from ours? So I'm looking forward to connect more with you and see you on another video. Bye.